Formula Offroad returns this time around, though not in Iceland. We are in Hønefoss in Norway. This time around, we will be following the FIA North European Zone Formula Offroad Championship, and since only the Nordic nations compete, this has to be the equivalent to a World Championship. 32 cars entered in 2 classes. There were 4 nationalities competing, mostly Norwegians. There were 12 Icelanders, 4 Swedes, and 1 competitor from Switzerland. The event was a 2-day event, 6 tracks each day, and the best result from all 12 tracks decides the NEZ champion. Now let's kick it off with the modified class. 5 cars entered, and well, the cars are similar to the ones in the popular and limited class. They have to have the shape of a real car, however. They do not have the tires that the unlimited class cars have, and generally they have less horsepower. Here we are with Jørgen Poulsen. He finished 5th in the event. 4th place in the modified class, Sindre Storviken Hansen. Missed 4 tracks on day 1. Well, that there was no chance of a first place after missing out on those tracks, but a great job on day 2 where he finished 1st. Should definitely have been competing for the NEZ win, but unfortunate on day 1. There were 2 female drivers this weekend. This is Celine Grønning. She finished 3rd in the modified class. Steady, however sometimes the driving was spectacular. Finished 4th on day 1 and 3rd on day 2. Now in 3rd place, Björn Thor Nordahl. 3rd and 2nd. 3rd on the first day, 2nd on the second day, secured him 2nd overall in the modified class. Now, the modified class world champion 2023, Øyvind Herland. Very close fight between him and Bjarni Thor. Only won by 32 points, despite both of them having over 3,000 points overall. Not often that we see the win chosen by less than 2%. Now let's move our focus to the unlimited class. As the name suggests, here the rules are quite open. First car in first track here, Joachim Knudsen from Norway. This car, Determination. Very experienced driver, but experience didn't count there, so that's only 10 points for Joachim in the first track. Next up, Ronny Eriksen from Norway, driving the Devil X. This first track proving tricky for the first runners. Let's see how Ronny gets along. Going for it here, lacking all of the speed. Decides to reverse. That's 40 penalty points, and Norwegian rules here on the reversing. You can go as far backwards as you want, not just the length of the car, but that is 40 penalty points for the reversal, so only 60 points total. Now Haukur Einarsson, the reigning Icelandic champion, driving Hekla. Haukur pushing forward here. Engine not sounding healthy there, and that's very bad news. There was big engine trouble and Haukur retired. And he did not only retire from this event, but decided to retire from the whole season. We look forward to seeing Haukur again next year. Here we have Fredrik Dorsrønningen. This is a very interesting new car. The first choir boy clone from Norway. However, due to the transfer case, Frederick needs to sit on the right-hand side of the cockpit. Bumblebee going for the climb here. Doesn't go far. 40 penalty points there for the reversal, so only 50 points for length. Next up, Ingvar Jóhannesson driving the Viking. So far, no one made it past this first climb. What will Ingvar do? Took the speed there, but got knocked back, but that doesn't stop him. Now for the big climb. Has secured something over 100 points for length here and goes for it. Ingvar, but managed to get out of that one. That's 200 points for length, 20 penalty points, so 180 points sees Ingvar take the lead for now. Next up, Guðbjörn Grímsson driving Katla Turbo. One of the most powerful cars around. Guns for it, and that is Katla getting thrown up into the air. And after that, Guðbjörn had to retire with a broken rib. So we wish him all the best. Now we have Øyvind Svensson from Norway. This car, Nerten. Just excuse my butchering of Norwegian here. I'll do my best. Øyvind tries again. Is that a roll? Yes, it is. Not a great start for Øyvind Svensson. 90 points for length, 40 for the reversal, and then 50 total. Next up, four-time Icelandic champion and 2016 NEZ champion Snorri Þór Árnason driving the choir boy. Icelandic driver. Simple up here through the first gate. That might even have been without penalty points. Going for the second one. He's not slowing down here. Gets it nicely through. And now a pretty simple climb. Just needs to make sure that he keeps the speed up through the final gate. That's 350 for length for Snorri Þór. Only 20 penalty points, so 330 in total. What a run. Next up, a two-time Icelandic champion looking for his first ever NEZ title. His title challenge in the Icelandic Championship not off to a great start, so he will really want the win here. Þór Þormar Pálsson driving Thor. Almost stuck there. Did he get through? Yes, he did. Managed to get through the second climb. And now going for the top. That's Þór Þormar also scoring 330. Þór Þormar and Snorri Þór tied at the top now. Here we have Thomas Löfskoen. This is the Dusty Chicken. And the Dusty Chicken does a chicken dance here in the first track. Only 40 points. Now, a one-time Icelandic champion, two-time NEZ champion, Skúli Kristjánsson. I think he touched the gate there, so that might be 20 penalty points. But going now for the second climb. What a jump! Lands it on the throttle. Full throttle. He should make it all the way here simply. And that's 330. The three Icelanders tied up top right now. Now here is Helene Bratten. Second female driver of the race, but didn't manage to get it quite through there. Only 90 points, no penalty points. She's sharing this car. Here we have Lukas Ström Eriksson. He's sharing this car with Ronnie, and he saw how the other driver did not get through there, so he goes himself. Big jump here. The landing's on to the side. Needs to get it turned here, but he has all the space in the world to do so, but the car's just not finding traction here. Needs to push forward, and that sounded a little bit like some sort of an engine misfire, but 210 points from length, 20 penalty points. Here's Urs Halter driving Ugly Betty, and this driver from Switzerland, but he missed the gate there, so that's only 90 points for length. He's gonna go the full distance though. Nicely done here on the second climb, but now he knows that he's out of the track. Red flag means you're out, and Urs gets to know that here in the first course. Next up, Jørgen Herland. This is the cliffhanger, which I have to say is a very, very good name for a Formula Offroad car. Gets through the first push. For the second one, but just no speed. You need all the speed that you can get there. 200 points for length, 40 penalty points. That means 160. This is Simon Blom. Driving Fury. Engine did not sound healthy there, and the Swedish driver only gets 100 points for length, 40 penalty points. Next up, Grímur Helgason. Driving Brjála 2. Guðmundur Ingi won the title here in 2017 in this car, but Grímur Helgason is out of bounds there, only 90 points. Next up, Andri Már Sveinsson. He's had a very good start to his championship in Iceland, but not a very good start to the NEZ. 100 points for length, 40 penalty points, leaves Cowboy at 60. Next up, Christian Jensen. This is the Turbo Duck. Nicely here through the first gate. Needs to start picking up the speed here for the second climb. Gets through it, needs to get the car turned. But that's just not enough. No traction there, and Christian Jensen gets 210 for length, but 80 penalty points. Next up, Daniel Ingemundarsson. This is the Green Thunder. And that is a roll. 100 points for length, 40 penalty points, 60 in total for Daniel. Next up, Tobias Hakansson. T-Rex. Goes for a jump. 90 points for length, no penalty points. If you can see it there, the whole body seems to be, well, out of place. That might be a big repair. Now Erik Nilsson driving Eva Stina. Swedish driver through the first gate, picks up the pace early here. Does the jump straight. We saw the Icelandic drivers do this. Get stopped there. Will he get it going again? Yes, he does. This should be a run to the top. 350 for length, 40 penalty points, 310 for Erik. Next up, Geir Evert Grímsson. Driving the Sledgehammer. Stuck there. Needs to reverse. Not a great start from Geir Evert here. Won't be able to hide the fact that the marker was hit. It's still on the car. Goes for it. Nice jump. Managed to get through there. Would have needed to do that the first time. So for the second jump, the car's going to land badly. The roll not as dramatic as it could have been though. Almost rolls it again though, trying to get out of the first one. So that's 210 for length, but 80 penalty points. Next up, Guðmundur Eliasson. This car has four-wheel steering. Nicely done here, gets it turned really quickly. Now for the second push. Waiting quite a while before gathering the speed, but no lack of power once he does. Goes a completely different route to everybody else, was almost on its back, like the Sledgehammer. But Guðmundur Eliasson, easy drive to the top. That's 350 for length, 40 penalty points, so that's 310 for Guðmundur Eliasson. Here we have Jarand Pettersen. This is Mad Max. Reversing there, it's going to be 40 penalty points. Easy does it here on the first climb. Jarand is through, needs to go for the second one now. But no speed. Very hesitant there, Jarand, and that's only given 200 points for length, 80 penalty points, so 120 total. Let's look at the standings. Snorri Thor, Thor Thormar, and Skúli Kristjánsson are all tied in first place with 330 points. Guðmundur Eliasson and Erik Nilsson with 310, and then the rest is over 100 points away. Moving over to the second track of the day. Here we have Øyvind Svensson going first. Track starts with a gate here on the flat, but then to go for this push. There's just no speed here. The car is right. 90 points and some penalty points as well. Snorri Þórðarson next up. He was in the lead before this track, tied with Þór Þormar and Skúli. Easy done here by Snorri. Now for the next one. Car does not sound completely healthy, but there's enough power there for the final climb. Simple track for Snorri Þór, 20 penalty points, which might actually be costly because this track looks like quite a few might make it without any penalty points. It is Erik Nilsson. He took a marker as well. That's 20 penalty points, but should fly up here. Oh, what? Almost misses the gate. I don't believe that he actually touched the marker there. That's only going to be 20 penalty points. Probably a rebound from the dust. Next up, Ingvar Jóhannesson managed to get through that gate. No penalty points. Track getting simpler there, down low, but it's getting harder here up at the top. Easy does it for Ingvar. Managed to get away from the gate. 350, no penalty points. Geir Evert. Sledgehammer for the final gate. 350, no penalty points. Next up we have Fredrik Døsrønningen. He's driving Bumblebee. Going for the final gate. Seems to be getting trickier up there, and that's a roll, and it's very high up. But the car doesn't roll over again. Fredrik gets away with that one. 240 for length, 20 penalty points. Let's look at the standings after the second track. Snorri Þórðarson and Skúli Kristjánsson tied in the lead with 660 points. Þór Þormar sitting third with 640, as well as Erik Nilsson, Guðmundur Ingi, then sitting in fifth. Next up, we move over to the third track. Skúli Kristjánsson goes first, and that might not be ideal for the man leading the Icelandic Championship right now. The starting order, very, very important here in these soft hills in Norway. Skúli here goes to the right, was supposed to take this back here. That red marker is the marker on the right. He's going to try and clip it. He misses it. That means he has to reverse. Will he try the traditional route now? Further to the left, going up the steep back there. So he's going to go back to the right, going to try that again. He's trying to play tactics here, and it might be good, but he doesn't get it again. And that means that Skúli Kristjánsson is out. You could just see it, how pissed off he was with that, the way he turned the car. Next up, Helene Bratten. Termination. Now, for the gate, this is the correct way to go up. They can choose any path there, but Helene does not make it. 210 points for length. Next up, Jørgen Herland. Takes no speed into that, and that is 210 points as well. Next up, Simon Blom. Swedish driver, will he go for it? No, just mounts the hill and then backs out. That's 190 points for length, 40 penalty points. Now, Andri Már Sveinsson. Will the Icelanders try this? He goes for it, big jump, but there's just no traction up top. But this means that back should be getting easier. What will Christian Jensen driving the turbo duck here? Ducks don't fly. Well, now this one. This time around, 190 points. Erik Nilsson. He's fighting for the lead here and could potentially take the lead with a good drive up here. Goes for it, gets bounced around, but gets the traction. Is he going to push through that? Yes, he does. Nicely done for Erik Nilsson. Now he needs to push all the way to the top. Make that engine work, make those tires work. And there we go through the final gate. That's 350. That's no penalty points for Erik Nilsson. Next up, Geir Evert Grimsson. He never shies away from a big jump. And he does not this time around. Beautiful landing though. Does he manage to stick it? Gets the power on. Needs to go through the final gate. Did he miss the gate? 240 points. He misses the gate there up top. Huge mistake from Geir Evert. Next up, Guðmundur Eliasson goes for it as well. Gets it through. This is getting easier with every car. Finding the traction. Seems to have it here. Guðmundur Eliasson, cars getting bounced around quite a lot. Needs to go for the final gate, but here's a roll. Strategy for Guðmundur Eliasson and Rodeo. Now, Fredrik goes on again. Everything here getting smoother and softer, and these cars are just bouncing around like I've never seen before. Fredrik, can he make it through the final gate? No, he doesn't. He's going to miss that gate. 240 points, and that's another roll. The final gate getting really tough. Driver, okay. Here's Ingvar Jóhannesson. Wow, look at that. Takes all the speed he can into that jump. Is he going to make it all the way? The last two cars rolled here on the final gate. Gets a much straighter line, and he should go through nicely there. Gets 10 penalty points there because he touches in the final gate, so only half minus points there. So 340 for Ingvar. Now Snorri Þór Árnason, he was leading before this. Gets it up here, but will he make the final gate? He's seen the other ones make mistakes. He's trying to take a wider entry here, but he's just not getting the car turned in the sand. Needs to get it back up to speed. Look at the way he's fighting the steering wheel there. Looking for some traction. Finally gets it, but will he make it all the way? No. That's Snorri Þór backing up. That's only 240 points. Now Þórðar Pálsson. Nicely done there through the first jump. Drivers seem to be just flooring it, hoping that the car will land on top of the hill. Now, will he make it all the way? Þórðar. He's flooring it there. No, that's the car coming back there. He's reversing. He's going to go for it again. That's 40 penalty points. He's just not finding the traction here. Gets a little bit of speed on there. Could he make it? No, he does not. That's a big roll for the Icelander. 240 points for length, 40 penalty points. That means Þórðar leaves the third track with 200 points. Next up, Thomas Lovskoen. What a jump! But no traction on the landing. The engine's dead. No. Well, gets it running there again. And that means that he is out. Next up here, the Devil Eggs. Big jump. But same as we saw last time around. He's waving. Engine might be dead there. So let's look at the standings after track number 3. Erik Nilsson takes a 90-point lead over Snorri Þór Árnason and Ingvar Jóhannesson. Þórðar moves down to 4th, Guðmundur Eliasson 5th, and Geir Evert Grímsson in 6th. Next time around, we will take a look at tracks 4 to 6 on day 1 of the FIA NEZ Championship. Don't miss it.